Today I am not making a fascinating video about fish or nature because I am tired. I have been setting up things for Liesel and I switched out the two 5 gallons for a 20 gallon and I am just feeling a little fished out. So I've decided to make a video about painting my nails whilst I talk about fish. So I'm going to use my peel off base coat and this nice top coat. I'm going to use, what color do I want to paint them? I'm going to use this nice baby yellow and a sparkling top coat as well, and I'm going to try to paint some acrylics on it because I am just absolutely rubbish at painting my nails. And sometimes you just don't want to be rubbish at something anymore. You just want to be better at it. And painting my nails has always been one of those things I'd like to be better at. So I'm excited to try this. I've got this little brush which is supposed to help make flowers and hopefully it'll be an interesting experience, a learning experience. We'll see. So I'm going to start actually with my bad hand. And I'm going to move that well out of the way. That's my acrylics. So I have had this fascination with fish since I was a kid. See, my hands shake really bad. This is why I don't normally paint my nails. It's because my hands, they just shake and I end up messing them up everywhere. They had this spotted eagle ray at the Baltimore Aquarium, and I live in near DC. So it was easy to get to the Baltimore Aquarium, and I made my parents take me like every weekend. But they had these spotted eagle rays there. And so I think they very quickly became my favorite fish as a child. I remember when I was 3, I was a spotted eagle ray for Halloween, and it was hilarious because nobody knew what I was. But my mom's friend put so much effort into our costumes. She was just like amazing. She's just an amazing at sewing and crafting, and it was just incredible. Like, this thing was awesome. I still have it. She stitched it up and turned it into a stuffed animal for me. Now they also have a dolphinarium, and these days I don't really agree with dolphinariums. I don't think they should exist. But as a child, I was really inspired by this dolphinarium to be a marine biologist and to work with dolphins or fish. So I'm also going to add that my bio-mommy, who died when I was 4, she was an ichthyologist and she worked at fisheries, Fish and Wildlife. And so she always used to take me to work. I would beg her to take me to work because they had all of these like amazing fish tank in the basement where they would do research and stuff. So spotted eagle rays are a circumtropical species, meaning they're found in most tropical shallow areas around, ooh, that one I really messed up. They're found in most shallow water areas around the world. And there are 2 types of rays in the world. There are rays which sit on the bottom and they move by oscillating their fins. So when you look at them, it kind of looks like their fins are flapping around like a fan. So they go wiggle, 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 ripple, 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 ripple. And then when you have, there's also swimming rays. So the spotted eagle ray is a swimming ray. And their fins go like this in the water. So they make a circle versus a ripple, 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 ripple. So spotted eagle rays live in most of the tropical waters, coral reefs, shallow areas. They eat fish and mollusks, mainly mollusks. And they were like one of my first animal loves. Sorry, we gotta wait for it to dry. So this is my my first coat. And I guess we're gonna do another coat because this is a very like, I don't know, that's kind of funny. It's like there's a lot of cracks showing through. I was totally inspired by this Baltimore aquarium. I have autism, maybe that has something to do with it. But anyways, I would go there every weekend with my family. I would just beg them. I'd say, take me, take me, take me, take me, take me. And most of the time, like, my dad was pretty cool. He would oblige and take me. They had a dolphinarium, which I don't really support anymore, but I'm talking like 25 years ago that like I'd go and do this, and I knew a lot less about dolphins and dolphin behavior and the impacts dolphinariums have on the animals that live there. I mean, because like you're a kid and you're like, dolphins are always smiling. They're probably happy to be here. But they aren't. I think that like as a society we knew a lot less about like dolphin intelligence and dolphin community groups. I've actually not gone back to the Baltimore Aquarium because now I don't want to give them my money, but I'd really like to go and see what exactly is there. I kind of had this philosophy that you should always treat animals like the best you can for the information that you have. Recently they did the study that fish actually like will feed less after being caught on a hook, and like it impacts their behavior for many days afterward. I think it was something like 4 days afterward. And I don't want to like make a fish subdued because then they're and like not feeding, because that's not good for their system. And like on top of that, it makes them more susceptible to being caught by a predator. I mean, I don't want to hurt an animal or decrease its chances of survival in the wild by fishing. So now that we know more about fish and fish keeping, and now that we know more about dolphins and their intelligence, I think that dolphinariums are actually just not a good idea for the world. But that said, back then I was young and I didn't know, and it really inspired me to be a marine biologist or to work with marine mammals and animals. It wasn't like it was a smooth road. Like, I loved fish all my life, and then I enrolled in school and I became a marine biologist. Like, that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen to people. I mean, sometimes it happens. It happened to my brother. He's one of those people. But, like, it takes you a while to figure things out. And, like, in high school, I wanted to be a model. When I was, like, 12, I wanted to be a fashion designer because I had, like, no sense of fashion at all. And it was just really just hard. Alright, so there's my other coat. Oop, that thumb needs a bit of help. I need a bit of help. Gosh, I'm just really bad at this. There we go. Close enough. I also forgot my base coat, so I guess this is gonna be on longer than I planned. I got my base coats done, and my nails are looking a little more covered. So I think I do a top coat and then the acrylic paint. So let's paint a top coat on. These are clear and they're harder to mess up. My brother was one of those weird people who always knew exactly what he wanted. He was really into plants from the time we were really young. And my father built him this like orchid growing thing for his bedroom. It was really, really cute. Yeah, I just totally got that all over my finger. But when I was 28, I went back to university and I was like, you know what? I just want to do fish. I love fish. So I did marine biology and zoology, and it was good. I kind of really liked studying algae, which was cool. but we're not talking about algae because everyone thinks algae is boring, except it's awesome. We're doing a talk about fish. So I kind of have an affection for sharks and rays and also cuttlefish, but they're not actually fish, they're mollusks. I really like sawfish a lot. They're a really neat species and they're really endangered. And you see them in these aquariums, but like what people don't realize is they used to grow like over 30 feet long. So they were like as long as a bus. And I think that's really something that people forget, is we just have these massive predators, marine predators. Here we go. Here's my top coat. So I think the acrylic goes on next. My second top coat is dry, or my first top coat is dry, and I think I put on the acrylic now. So the acrylic paint, it's not acrylic nails, it's acrylic paint. So sawfish. I'm gonna like try to do this flower design with this blue color, with this kind of like blue color being the leaves and this lighter blue being the center. Sawfish were like these massive predators, and in the US they occurred all the way from like Florida, where they're still found in the Everglades, into like North and South Carolina, and I think there's even incidences of them being found even farther north than that. And now they're gone from that area. They're gone, and the big ones are gone, and all we have are the small ones left. But when you take a massive predator like that out of the ecosystem, it suffers. And so we don't even know what they did or what they ate. Like, they probably ate baby alligators. So, and I remember reading this article about one that was caught in somewhere called Lake Pontchartrain. I don't know how to say that. It's in New Orleans. But this is turning out better than the last time I tried. It's just fascinating to think that you used to have this 30-foot predator roaming the oceans, and it's just been hunted to near extinction. So that's why I think we have to be really careful with what we do with animals, whether it's a dolphinarium or hunting and fishing. So like there's been papers that say that getting caught, well, that one I messed up, that fish getting caught, like them getting hooked by anglers, affects their behavior. Like they won't feed as much, and they'll hide more. And that's not something you want to do, because if they're not feeding and they're not coming out, then that's going to affect their health. So I gave up fishing. Wow, that one is just super. And I have a lot of fond memories with my dad fishing, but that's just life. So if any more information gets released that like, oh, it's actually fine and fish don't care, then I'll go back to fishing. And you know, humans have so much impact on the environment these days. And I read this really cool paper that was like, a species' ability to survive in humans, or with humans as company, actually kind of measures their adaptability. And we shouldn't necessarily look at invasive species as bad, because that's just what's coming next. You know, there's nowhere, you have to use a really light hand with this. And I'm having trouble with that. Like there's nowhere in the world that humans haven't touched. Oh wow, that got way out of the lines. So maybe invasive species are just the ones that can survive in this, what are we calling it, the Anthropocene. I don't actually know what I'm supposed to do, but I have this kind of lighter blue, and I'm gonna just try to make a dot in the center of each little bit of flour to be kind of like the, well, the center of a flower. Alright, that kind of works. I'm not actually quite sure what you're supposed to use for this. Maybe like a daughter tool, but I don't have this. I don't have that. So I find ecology and invasive ecology really fascinating. It's sad and interesting all at the same time to see humans' impact on the world. I'm just like really, there we go. It's kind of working out. I mean, I have to say for my first time actually like trying to do flowers, it's not that bad. So, Liesel's watching me. She's like, what are you doing, Mom? She, they, them. Liesel is just really tiny, and at first I thought she was a girl. And now that like she's feeling a little bit less cold and sad and cuppy, she's her fins are starting to spread out more, and I'm actually wondering if Liesel's a boy, but either way, it's cool. She's just like zipping around her 10-gallon tank. She really loves brine shrimp. She was eating the plants. Like, I've had so many betas and like worked with so many betas, and I have never seen a beta eat the plants before. I don't know if she was just really super hungry or like what, but I was like, I have never seen this happen. I don't know what's going on. Liesel, what is your problem? So now we just gotta let that dry, and then we do a glossy top coat. So I've got the center of my flowers done, and I think now we just do top coats. But yeah, Liesel is just a weird fish. I don't know what her story is, or his, their. I don't know what their story is. I don't know why they eat plants. The best guess anyone has had, which didn't come from me, it came from someone online, is that she's just been really hungry, and that is why she's behaving strangely and eating the plants, is that she's just wasn't fed enough, and she's a hungry fish, and she's trying to make up nutrition and calories. But yeah, betas are obligate carnivores, and they don't eat plants, so it's not good for her. Them. It's not good for them. I like the little sparkles this is leaving on my nails. I just wish I was better at painting my nails. There we go. So, I guess that's that. Now, I forgot my peel off base coat, so these are going to be a lot harder to get off than I wanted. But that's okay. Maybe we'll do a peel off base coat another time. Like I said, sorry it's not a video of me doing anything fascinating or fishy or outdoorsy. But, you know, next time. I'm just really low energy after... Oh, I guess I better show you the 20-gallon. It's not quite done yet, but I just put it together. And that's why I'm just like, I'm not going to do a fish video. I'm just going to paint my nails. But the also thing is, like... Scientists, unlike people, they're complex and they're layered, and we all have a whole bunch of different interests. It's not just, I'm a marine biologist. Like, I'm a marine biologist, I like makeup and nails and hair, and I like face care. So, like, we're all these, like, layered, complex people. So maybe that's why it's also good to have a video like this.